And hello, welcome back. So last time I was talking about how to start your Docker. Okay, so this is Docker, and I just show you how to start it up, how to load Ubuntu on it. It's very easy. You can just do anything you would normally, most of the things anyway, you would with an Ubuntu system. So yeah, remember I also showed you how to take a look at the what do you call that? Take a look at the instances here. Okay, or else they are called containers. My password is wrong. Okay, so you use ps.a very much like how you would use ps.a to list your processes. Okay, so now remember we want to sort of just clean up a little bit. Okay, some of the containers are not necessary anymore, or some of these instances or containers are not necessary anymore. How do you remove them? Okay, so you can just sudo docker remove, and you can do it forcefully, and then you just copy and paste all the container IDs you find irrelevant. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste one by one. Remember, you can just type a space in between each of them, and basically your job's done. Okay, so if you type sudo docker ps-a, you'll see only this container that is remaining. Okay, so this is how you sort of delete containers. You use sudo docker rm-f, remove with the force. You don't need to use r because there's nothing recursive to remove anyhow. And likewise for images. Okay, likewise for images. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Anyway, you can see some of these commands here. For example, docker ps-a, you will need to use sudo privileges anyway. Docker rm-f. Okay. Yeah. So if you take a look, yeah, you'll see all of these are deleted. Yeah, you can even use the name here to delete the Docker instance that you don't want anymore. So for example, sudo what do you call it? Docker remove, and you can get rid of this. We already committed this into an image and we saved it. We don't want to remove it. Okay, very simple. So if you do a docker ps-a again, there'll be nothing there. Okay, so if you want to check your images which you save after your docker commit, okay, you can just do sudo docker images. Okay, and if you, let's say, want to remove some of the images, for example this one, we can do like so, sudo docker image remove. Okay, here they will say sudo docker image rm is supposed to go for a specific image. So as always, you can use the image ID. That is the safest because there are multiple instances of Ubuntu. We don't want to delete any one of them. Okay, so we can use the image ID. For example, this one, or maybe this one. This image ID I don't want anymore. Okay, so sudo docker images to go and check them. Sudo docker image rm, just type this ID, and we will get rid of some images. So okay, we got rid of one of the images. Okay, we have this thing untagged, Ubuntu 12 August 2021. Okay, I hope I got the yeah, I got rid of this one. So now that one is gone. Now if let's say you want to remove, we can also test it out. You can see whether these two are removable using the repository and tag. So meaning to say like so. Okay, sudo docker remove force 12 August 2021 latest. Okay, and let's see, it says no such container. Oh, that one is not a container. This is an image. Okay, so that will just untag the 12 August 2021 latest, and let's see sudo docker images. Okay, and that looks like it deletes the thing as well. Okay, it looks like it anyway. But best is still to go one by one through the image IDs. Sudo rm dash okay, sudo docker image remove this. Okay, so you can see a lot of images are now deleted. Okay, so sudo docker images. So you can see 2 Ubuntus are around now, and we have basically saved ourselves a lot of space. So this is how you manage your Docker images. Okay. All right. So now that we can safely so-called manage our instances, or manage our containers and manage our images, so we can just run it Ubuntu latest, and let's run using bin bash. Okay, so we'll be back in our Ubuntu root, and yeah, just for demonstration purposes, the last thing for today, I will just install OpenFoam as if we were doing it on Ubuntu. Okay, I mean, this one is a useful one. Anyway, where's our Ubuntu? Here we go. Okay, this one is a sudo apt install, so it should be pretty easy. So I don't know whether we have curl on this one. Okay, we don't have curl, so we can sudo apt, okay, apt install build essential, then we just -y. Okay, what is build essential? That's basically everything we need to, all our G++s, Git, everything, the whole shebang. And as usual, today it seems to be very laggy. The Wi-Fi is horrible, so let me stop. Sudo, okay, maybe I'll just do apt install curl. Oh boy, this is totally not my day. Let me fast forward this bit. I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, it says I failed to fetch some archives. Maybe you can try to do apt update or something. So let's apt update and apt upgrade. Okay, let's install curl again. Yes. Fix missing. Failed to fetch. Cannot connect. Okay. Let me fast forward again. Okay, so much for that. I just had to change some mirrors, and basically it got me what I needed to get. What was I doing in the first place? Ah yes, I need to get curl. Yeah. Okay. So curl base devel, oh no, not base devel, base devel is arch, build essential. You should be installing OpenFoam very quickly. And let's check. Yeah, this is how you can change your mirrors. I'm not going to include that as part of this video, though that's what actually happened. But yeah, let's just install OpenFoam just to see whether this thing works. The container works. Yeah, using curl. Then I'll just install OpenFoam 21060 default. Okay. So let's install build essential and put Y. Okay. And that should install everything important. We don't need to use sudo. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to fast forward this bit because it's kind of boring. I'll see you again in a while. Okay, now we're almost finished with all of that internet trouble. We can actually start dealing with OpenFoam. Okay, so yep, we're back here. So you just need to copy and paste. Again, we'll use this precompiled Debian Ubuntu, which again I will just what do you call it? I'll just put it in the description. So this is considerably faster than maybe using the AUR if your download speeds are fast and you don't want to recompile everything. So let's curl this in. Okay, there's no sudo here. That's why I gave that error. Let's just do that. So it's going to run apt-get update. I hope it's not going to give me another Wi-Fi issue. Then the next thing to do is to just apt-get install OpenFoam 21060 default. Okay, so let it do its thing. Since now the repository is set up, it cannot install packages. So I'm going to apt-get install OpenFoam. Okay, again, no need to do sudo. I'll just use apt install. Yes, here we go. Okay, so where will this install OpenFoam? Okay, I can't even remember now. Right, but long and short, this thing is actually installing very nicely. You'll just have to wait for the downloads to finish. Yeah, the downloads to finish and it should be alright. See, this downloads will take a while. Okay, let's see whether there's a folder. Okay, so configuration files will be under user share etc. Okay, let's see, sub packages. Okay, anyway, the OpenFoam readme will be inside here. It says the main OpenFoam files will be installed under user library OpenFoam, which permits multiple versions to be installed simultaneously. In addition, an OpenFoam bash session wrapper will be created under user bin. Okay, the bash session wrapper will provide the simplest means of starting OpenFoam immediately. For example, you can just type OpenFoam, whatever version it is, which can be used for interactive bash session, or you can source the bashrc file. Okay, so you can go to user library OpenFoam, whatever version you want. Okay, so let's. Oh, okay, we'll have to wait a while longer. And now, yeah, and now we can see that OpenFoam should be installed. It should be in this location. So echo source user. I'm gonna copy this whole thing here. So I assume it's not your first time, so I'll be going through this pretty quickly. etc bash rc to bash rc source bash rc, and there you go. Let's try block mesh, and there you go. Block mesh is there. Let's go to see foam and go to the tutorials. And yeah, this is where our tutorials are. We can copy some of them over. Incompressible to the home. Okay, I forgot the AR part. CD, let's go to incompressible, and there we go. We can go to the elbow and all run. Our elbow has run very nicely, and you see OpenFoam is installed just like that. Okay, so I'm not going to go into paraview and anything, but this shows you that we can install OpenFoam pretty easily in using the Ubuntu form. And now what we want to do is just to commit this to changes. So sudo docker ps-a. Okay, my password. Let's commit this ID, because you see we have a root at bc03d, whatever this number is. That is a container ID, and that is the one we want to use to commit. So sudo docker commit this number into Ubuntu latest. Okay, or you can just type Ubuntu if you want. I'll just do this one. As you can see, this thing is probably going to take pretty long, because we just installed a huge program. We just installed OpenFoam on it. It's about 1 gig plus of data, so there'll be lots of things that are going on. We'll need to take a while, but case in point, we see that we have a Ubuntu system running. We have OpenFoam installed very nicely using the Ubuntu method, so that you don't need to worry about what? Yeah, you don't need to worry about building it on the AUR. Of course, Manjaro has its own way of installing as well. But if let's say you happen to be on OpenSUSE or some other distro which you find it hard to install OpenFoam, here is what you can do. Okay, so yeah, do get used to the whole Docker method of running things. Okay, so let's check our images. Sudo docker images. Okay, it'll take a while, but you see that this is the image ID that we want to run. Let's try running it. Okay, sudo docker run. Is it IT run or run IT? Let's see. I'll forget things. Sudo docker run IT Ubuntu latest bin bash. You can see the size is quite big now, 1.63 gigs, because OpenFoam's on it. That's totally fine. It should be big. Okay, so it'll take a while. Let's try block mesh again. And as you can see, block mesh has an error, but at least it's running. It's running perfectly fine. You just have to watch and start things up. Okay, so you can see not not excessively difficult to run OpenFoam here. Yeah, of course you can, if you are able to find where these image files are, you can even extract it and check it using your operating system outside. But that's beyond the scope of this video. I don't want to stretch it too long. So I guess I'll just see you guys next time. And hopefully by then, yeah, we'll have more content to share. Okay, so thanks for watching.